Hey guys, it's me Yesha. I'm here to discuss about agricultural biotechnology. Without further ado, let's just get started.
Agricultural biotechnology. What is agricultural biotechnology?
Meaning, it is a collection of scientific techniques used to improve plants, animals, and microorganisms based on an understanding of DNA.
Scientists have developed solutions to first, increase agricultural productivity, second, enhances breeders' abilities to make improvements in crops and livestock, third, enables improvement that are not possible with traditional crossing of related species alone.
History. For about 10,000 years, farmers have been improving wild animals and plants through the selection and breeding of desirable characteristics.
In 1995, farmers have been growing GE crops. In 2003, 7 million farmers in 18 countries, more than 85% of them resource-poor farmers in the developing world, were planting biotech crops. Almost one-third of global biotech crop area was grown in developing countries.
Genetic engineering. All crops improved with transferred DNA to date have been developed to aid farmers to increase productivity by reducing crop damage from weeds, diseases, or insects. Molecular markers. Scientists can use molecular markers to select plants or animals that possess a desirable gene, even the absence of visible trait. Thus, breeding is more precise and efficient.
Molecular diagnostics are methods to detect genes or genes products that are very precise and specific. Molecular diagnostics are used in agriculture to more accurately diagnose crop, livestock disease.
Vaccines. Biotechnology-derived vaccines are used in livestock and humans. They may be cheaper, better, and safer than traditional vaccines. They are also stable at room temperature and do not need refrigerated storage.
Tissue culture is the regeneration of plants in the laboratory from disease-free plants part. This technique allows for the reproduction of disease-free planting material for crops. Example of crops produced using tissue culture include citrus, pineapples, avocados, mangoes, bananas, coffees, and papaya.
Flowers. There is a simply aesthetic application, and an example of this is the use of gene recognition and transfer techniques to improve the color, smell, size, and other features of flowers.
Benefits.
Enhanced crop protection. It is to provide cost-effective solutions to pest problem crops such as corn, cotton, and potato have been successfully transformed through genetic engineering to make a protein that kills certain insects when they feed on the plants.
Better flavor. Flavor can be altered by enhancing the activity of plant enzymes that transform aroma precursors into flavoring compounds. Transgenic peppers and melons with improved flavor are currently in field trials.
Fresher produce. Genetic engineering can result in improved keeping properties to make transport of fresh produce easier, giving consumers access to nutritionally valuable whole foods and preventing decay, damage, and loss of nutrients.
Benefits for developing countries. Genetic engineering technologies can help to improve health conditions in less developed countries.
Environmental benefits. When genetic engineering results in reduced pesticide dependence, we have less pesticide residues. In foods, we reduce pesticide leaching into groundwater and we minimize farm worker exposure to hazardous products. Herbicide tolerance. Chemical herbicides are frequently used to control weeds. Researchers realize that if a crop plant is genetically engineered to be resistant to a broad-spectrum herbicide, weed management could be simplified and safer chemicals could be used. It is often argued that such as GE varieties reduce soil erosion because they make adoption of soil-conserving practices such as no-till easier.
Virus resistance. Many plants are susceptible to diseases caused by viruses. which are often spread by insects such as aphids. From plant to plant across a field, it can be very difficult to control and crop damage can be severe. Insecticides often have little impact on the spread of the disease. Scientists have discovered a new genetic engineering methods that provide resistance to viral
Fruit repaining. Delaying the repaining process in fruit is of interest to producers because it allows more time for shipment of fruit from the farmer's fields to the grocer's shelf and increases the shelf life of the fruit of consumers. Fruit that is genetically engineered to delay repaining can be left to mature on the plant longer, will have longer shelf life in shipping, and may last longer for consumers.
There are potential long-term impacts. Some consumer advocate and environmental groups have demanded the abandonment of genetic engineering research and development, which includes some issues and fears.
Health-related issues, allergens and toxins. People with food allergies usually react only to one or a few allergens in one or two specific foods. A major safety concern raised with regard to genetic engineering technology is the risk of introducing allergens and toxins into otherwise safe foods.
social issues, labeling. Some consumer groups argue that food derived from genetically engineered crops should carry a special label. In the USA, these foods currently must be labeled only if they are not nutritionally different from a conventional food.
Environmental and ecological issues. Insecticide resistance. Another concern involves the question of whether insect pests could develop resistance to crop protection features of transgenic crops.
Loss of biodiversity. Many environmentalists, including farmers, are very concerned about the loss of biodiversity in our natural environment. Increased adoption of conventionally bred crops raised similar concerns in the past century, which led to extensive efforts to collect and store seeds of as many varieties as possible of all major crops.